Hello, beautiful and divine feminine. Welcome to this reading. My name is Carmen and I'm going to pull for you some cards from the Oracle deck, Lover's Oracle, from Tony Carmen Salerno. It's a very beautiful deck, very soothing, very romantic, and we are going to explore what the Divine Masculine has in store for you, what he wants you to know, how he's feeling for you, what's going on in his life, and where are you maybe taking part in it, and what's there for you to unpack and heal, and just very important messages that he needs you to know. And as I was pre-shuffling the cards, I already got a very soothing and relaxing and grounding energy, like a very compassionate time is coming. That's what I feel like. And your masculine seems to already going into his inner perspective and discovering his feelings and getting to know himself more, and really being honest with himself and learning how to be there for himself, learning how to love himself, which means in fact learning how to love you, really, how to be there for you, and coming into recognition of his own divinity and spirituality. So this is a very, very great and good sign, because we are taught that masculines usually are mostly in their head or not so connected to their feelings or something, but that is simply not true. They are aware as we are, because we are one at the core. You are one with your twin flame, with your divine masculine. And it means that when you are aware of something, he is too on some level, even though he might not admit it at first, or he will never admit. It doesn't really matter, because you can just trust in your heart that you are on the same page, and each of you has a unique piece to each other, which is complementary for your union, for your relationship. And you might not be able to see it at first, but trust it here, and trust that you are one, trust that you are on the same page. So this is what I already got from my pre-shuffling, but let's see what the cards have to say here. As said, there were already some cards coming out, so I'm going to pull the first one. So with these cards, it's really beautiful, because each card looks different from both sides, of course. So there is an image on one side and the text on the other. And the first image I got is just the divine feminine being in the arms of his divine masculine, and he has wings and just looks very protective. She is relaxing into his energy while he is protecting her, and that's it. So this is what I'm already getting without reading the text. We are going to that later. Is that your masculine learns how to support you, how to truly love you, how to be there for you, and so that you can relax here. And he has to find that strength within himself, and this is what he's doing at the moment, like really feeling deep within himself and getting to know himself, getting to know his own strength. This is loving you already, and you might feel from your side, then you might be able to relax more into your reality, feeling more grounded and stable, peaceful and in harmony. And this is you coming together already. So let's read the text here. It says, forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. So whatever is going on or has been going on in your reality, just know that it's safe to forgive yourself. It's safe to forgive your man. It really doesn't matter. The story doesn't matter at all. And it will never matter. What matters is how you feel, and that you just take this opportunity for yourself and forgive. When you forgive your man and yourself, he will feel that. He will feel that sense of relief, like, I am enough. That's what he wants to feel. I am enough. I am strong. And also he is protected. He is not your savior. You are your own hero. When you learn to trust your feelings, trust your intuitions, and feel your feelings, he does so too, and he can relax into his energetic part of your relationship to truly support and protect you. When you forgive yourself, when you forgive him, he can relax more into this union and actually can give more. Your man wants to give to you in all the ways. He adores you above all else, and so he wants to give. He wants really to protect you. And when you want to protect yourself as well and learn how to trust in the universe, then he feels that. Then he can give you even more. But you don't depend on him. But trust that he is already there for you. He is already with you, and you are doing the same process. And it's like the same coin. Each side has a different perspective, but it's basically still the same coin. And so you have the same consciousness, and you are both working on this very important piece. And forgiveness is also one of the keys to harmonious union. And this is beautiful that this came up, because it's really important to learn forgiveness. Learn that failure is part of the learning process. You can't grow, you can't succeed, you can't be together without failing. And it's safe to fail. And it's necessary, because otherwise you would not be able to learn and grow. So be like that child again, be that innocent child again. And so he can meet you there. And it can be a playful relationship, a divine relationship that is meant to be. And the card also says is you create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. And so when I shared the picture of the card that he's already hugging you and you are able to relax into his arms and you grow together as one, imagine that, really receive that image and really see yourself throughout the day, him already hugging you, or when you go to bed, just imagine snuggling with him. And this is what I do, and I find it very magnetic to my man, because your brain doesn't notice the difference between what is already going on in your reality and what not really. But when you imagine him hugging you and you do feel that love, know that this is reality, that this is you creating this reality for you, and he feels that too. He desires that too. And no, this is a communication in your heart with him, and very precious, so very powerful. Go for it. He desires that too, and you can have it already now. I feel this card is so far complete. Let's go on to the next one. So the next one, actually, now that I see the image of this one, the previous card was kind of like black and whitish, like not very colorful. Not at all, but it has some sort of feeling that you're maybe coming out of a dark night of the soul as well, where everything seemed very separate, where you seem very separate from each other, but know that it's not. And also the woman looking on this picture from the first card looks a little almost, I don't want to say sad, but very just relaxing into herself and really getting to know her feelings as well. So you are getting to know your feelings, you are getting to know yourself deeper on a different level, and this means your divine masculine is getting to know you deeper, and this is what he desires. And he's protecting you in it, and you are protected in doing so. And know that you will come out of this cave, out of this feeling separate and maybe even sad and depressed can be. And know that it's there for a purpose, for you to feel and experience greater joy in your union. And your masculine is there for you. And so sometimes it might also look like he is living that happy life, and you are doing all the spiritual work and meditating and being there for yourself while he is partying. Just say it like that. Know that this is not the reality what's happening. It doesn't mean that he doesn't care for you. It doesn't mean that he's not doing the work at all, because You are one and you are on the same page, and that means when you heal, he is healing too in an instant with you. And sometimes this can look like he is holding the towel for you while you go deep within yourself. Without him, you would not be able to dive that deep. And when you are experiencing this deep cave, this deep fear or depressed feelings, know that he is there for you, that he has to experience a lot of joy in his reality to balance your energy out. So just in case you might have been wondering why he is not seeming to change with you, know that he is, and he has to take care of himself. He is currently taking care of himself and learning how to take care of himself so that you can take care of yourself, so that he is in doing so taking care of you as well. You are so protected and loved. Trust that even though you might not see that this is what is truly happening. So now going on to the next card, it's definitely more colorful. It has this warmth and nurture energy from it, and you see again the masculine is holding his feminine in his arms and deeply protecting her, having his hand on her head. And she has her eyes open now. They both have their eyes open, and it looks like very hopeful and very confident. They look very confident into the future and just very safe and peaceful. And know that peace is the foundation of your union, of your relationship with your divine masculine. And so he wants you to expand. And yeah, how does he feel? How is he feeling for you? It's just that he deeply cares for you. He really adores you. Yes, and it's almost like in his instincts to want to be this man for you. And this is maybe the block that he's working on right now, not feeling worthy or good enough to be that protective and strong man, because society has put these thoughts on a man that the man is not allowed to feel his feelings, not allowed to feel weak at some points or vulnerable, and it's maybe not so cool to settle, whatever society is telling, or a man has to have these big muscles and a beard and whatnot. But this is something that he's overcoming right now. Really, really deeply facing unworthiness blocks, and maybe so are you on some level. But just know that you can be there for him in being there for yourself. Just love yourself. Just know that you are worthy, and know that he is worthy. And he deeply desires from you this sense of unconditional love and acceptance wherever he is at. When you see maybe his weaknesses, just in your mind and in your heart, reaffirm that he is actually rediscovering his strengths and growing into them. And if you have a love list of your true twin flame, get to know your love list. Maybe go deeper with your love list and check in how you feel about that, and see that he is maybe already growing into some of your values, and that is a very good and important time to do so. That's what's happening. This is how he feels. So let's check the back of the card. It says friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. That's funny that this card is coming up. This is something I am working on right now. And now this is something I see deeper now, is that friendship is a very, very important, let's say, pillar of your union. So first of all, we have to understand that twin flames are first and before everything else, they are their greatest teachers and their greatest students of each other. So you are your twin flame's greatest teacher, and at the same time their greatest student. And when you accept that this is the purpose of twin flames, to teach each other, to ascend together, then you can go on to the next point, which is being best friends. You are your eternal best friends. Then comes partnership, and on the last spot is romance. And so what we feminines tend to do is jumping right on into the romance, and we want to be in the romantic partnership immediately. But this is something that our masculine is currently asking of us, is just relaxing, that friendship is very important. and that it's safe to accept the friendship. And even though maybe your masculine also says, I just want to be friends with you, don't block him, don't ignore him, do not accept that, because it's a beautiful invitation. And before I came into union with my man, I remember we were best friends. We were developing a friendship, and it was hard because we tried to jump on in immediately with romantic feelings for each other, but it didn't work out at all. I was running from my feelings and he tried to chase me. By the way, there is no runner-chaser dynamic. It's just when you experience your twin flame running from you, you are running away from yourself within yourself somewhere. This is something to go deeper with the teachings of union if you would like to, but for this reading I'm going to focus on what's going on in your relationship right now, right? So we were trying to jump on immediately into a romantic relationship, but it didn't work out. I was freaking out. In fact, we were both freaking out. And then I had to reject him, and we actually were able to, from ground zero, so to say, build a completely new, fundamentally strong friendship. And this friendship turned into the best friendship I ever had. We were best friends. We are best friends, but this was really beautiful and crucial because I was also able to see then, and he also more able to see, that we truly love each other, that we want to be together also romantically. But this friendship is really a strong and must have fundament for your union, for your relationship. It's safe to nurture the bonds of friendship, as the card says, right? Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship and your love life will dramatically improve. Yeah, trust that from the friendship there will be always something going deeper. You will go deeper into romance. It is inevitable because you are meant to be together. You are not just meant to be friends forever. You are meant to be friends and romantic partners. And you will always go deeper with each other. It will always improve. And trust that this is what happened. This is what is happening. And so he's deeply asking you to have a friendship with you. To really reach out and just come from an unconditional standpoint and say, hey, just connect. I really love having you in my life. And when we don't kiss, when we don't get intimate with each other in the physical, so to say, then that is fine for me. I know it's going to grow on its own, and that's beautiful. So yeah, and I invite you to also check in, be the best friend for yourself. Sometimes we feminines are able to give other people advices for their love life or their life in general, but we are not able, it seems like we are not able to give ourselves these advices, even though these advices are so precious and always on point, right? Maybe you get me here, but we have that source for ourselves as well. And when you get to have this friendship with yourself, this best friendship, and just talk to yourself, just talk. Sometimes I'm coaching myself, like we are all learning to check in with your heart, see how you're feeling, see what's going on, what do you want to do, how you want to hang out, how do you want to romance yourself. This is you building a friendship with yourself. This is you building a friendship with your divine masculine, and this will grow into the physical as well. And from that friendship, everything else will grow as well. So yeah, it's a beautiful invitation if your masculine reaches out for you or you reach out to him to have a friendship and grow from there. It's safe, and trust it's going to be very, very juicy. Okay, I feel this card is really complete. Let's go on to the next card. Okay, this one is even more colorful. This one already looks very romantic. The man is almost like kissing his woman. It feels so enlightened, this card, like really like an Ascension card. Okay, I'm gonna check the back immediately. It's interesting, so let's see. Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. So your masculine might feel when you reach out to him and you want something from him. Trust that when he is communicating this boundary to you, that he needs his space. This is really healing. This is for the purpose of coming together for you, both of you, and it's necessary. There is this saying, like, when you love something, when you truly love something, you have to let it go. And when it's meant to be, it will come back to you. And now don't get me wrong, you can't really let go of your twin flame. You only can let go of attachment. This is maybe what has been asking here of you, what he is asking you energetically, to let go of attachment, to just relax into the knowing that you are already one, and whatever is happening on the outside, that this is for you to come together. Whatever you have to face, whatever fear you have to face, whatever sadness you have to face, whatever he is facing, this is for your union. And he desires to be with you as you desire to be with him, as much as you do. So it's really both the same, and it's safe that when there are periods where you want to be together, when you are close, to let them be, to let it happen when it feels good to you. But at the same time, also trust that if you need space from each other, that this is necessary, that there is something to go deeper, that he needs to reflect deeper on what's going on his feelings and how he feels for you. And he is aware of that. He is really aware of his love for you, and you don't need his approval that he does so. Just trust that this is really the reality. The card says love never claims, but I feel like what it really says is that love never demands. What it means to love unconditionally, like whatever is happening, even if he's with another partner, the universe is asking you, and he is asking you in every moment when you are triggered, are you going to love me unconditionally? I just watched a Tifa's class, Twin Flame Ascension school class. I highly recommend, if you are on the twin flame journey, to check that one out. It's necessary for you, and very, very healing and supportive and fast tracking your twin flame union, really. Jeff said in a class to a student, their twin flame just needing space and going into his shell basically to heal and feel his feelings. But Jeff said in a nutshell that your twin flame asks you in every moment, like, are you loving me unconditionally? Are you going to love me no matter what is happening? So are you, whatever is happening. But the point that I want to get here is, if you don't love me at my worst, you don't deserve my best. And that is something twin flames really have to learn. It's not always rainbows and butterflies. It's mostly going through very dark caves. And it's not about the dark caves, it's about the love, of course. But it's safe to go there. It's safe to move through it, and you are supported in it, and you can heal it, you can do it, and that's what's happening now. And he's really asking you, please then give me the space and trust that I'm doing the things, and you just can still love him. And he will feel that when you let him free, when you give him the space, when you give him to God, when you give him to the universe and say, okay, yeah, he belongs to me, but he's not mine. He is the universe's, and you are the universe's. And this feels actually very relieving and freeing when you feel into it and really allow yourself to surrender your twin flame to the universe, surrender your twin flame to the divine, because this sets your union free. This paves the way for your union. This is what your man desires of you. He will feel that when you go on that process. This is what magnetizes him to you. This is what is deeply attractive to him. No worries, you are always attractive to him, but this is going to be very crucial for you. So wow, beautiful card. Let's go on to the next one, and I already feel like it's so far a very beautiful reading. This might be my last card, and then we are going to conclude. Oh, that's interesting. So on this card we see the feminine kind of like above the masculine. The masculine has now his eyes closed. There is a snake between the two. The snake does not look dangerous at all. It just makes it heart shape between them, and the feminine is radiating. She's glowing. She is looking down to her masculine, and he is in her arms. So before we had always like the masculine is having his arms around the feminine, like this protective energy, right? And now here we have this motherly energy. And I feel when you respect and accept what I just shared in the reading about like setting him free and giving him space, loving him unconditionally, he will feel that. He needs that of you. Then he is able to relax into you as well, because because he is not only the giver. Giving and receiving is the same at the core, and he deeply asks you to also give to him, and he wants to know that he is safe when you unconditionally love him at his worsts as well, that he can relax into the union so he can give more. And you also want to give, Divine Feminine. I know that. Yeah, right? We have so much love to give, and we want to give it, and we want to share it, and that's so beautiful. And this is then the period where your masculine opens up and is able to receive your love, and in fact then also able to give you back. Yeah, very powerful card. So let's see what the caption says to get deeper insights here. So it says power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. This is about him having to set boundaries sometimes for the purpose of the deepening of your union. You already know what you want and what you don't want, Divine Feminine, and it's safe to trust that. So anyway, what I get from it is that you have the power to heal your union. You have the power to create in your reality. You create for both of you. You don't need him to do the healing work as actively as you do. It only needs one twin because you share one consciousness. And when you make the choice to be together, so does he. Sometimes it takes some time to go to the core of what is preventing you from being together. It's usually a thought system, usually a lot of upsets, and we heal in layers. And trust that everything that is happening is not against you, not against your union, even though he might reject you for the trillion times. I don't know. Really, it doesn't matter at all. It just matters that you stand up and say, okay, I keep on going. I trust that we belong together. We are meant to be together in this lifetime. It's about you claiming the power. He wants you to stand in your power, and he is able to recognize you in your power, and he's deeply attracted to that. And he also desires to feel safe in your arms. Yeah, he's really looking for safety in his Divine Feminine. Maybe he's working through mother issues. This is what I'm getting here, like really mother wounds. Maybe that resonates with you as well. Maybe on your side it can also be that you are working through father wounds, right? Yeah, this is what I'm working on as well. Like healing whatever my mother has given me on my way, or how to see the world, even how to see other feminines. It's really interesting how it's all connected, and whatever you are healing, it's for your twin flame union. And no matter what progress you do, it's really for your union. And no matter how many stones are going to be in your way, it's for your union. You will grow in strength in it, and your twin flame will recognize this strength. In fact, he is already doing so. I'm getting here that he is relaxing into your union. He is relaxing into your shared energy, so that he is able to also feel his fears and misbeliefs in love. He, as I said in the beginning of the reading, he is really moving through a lot of insecurities, not feeling worthy, not feeling like masculine enough, not feeling enough at the core. But he is relaxing into knowing that it's safe to feel his feelings, knowing that it's safe to just be, and you can help him in just loving yourself, loving him unconditionally. Give him the space to heal if he needs so, if he asks you to do so. Sometimes he doesn't ask you to, hey, can you just leave me and so that I can feel my feelings, but sometimes he's putting up a boundary, sometimes he's blocking you, just so that he can work on his side. Because yeah, twin flame energy is very amplified, and it can be very extreme and loud in your face, and it's safe to take that space, because you are never separate. It doesn't mean that you are going further away from each other, not at all. You're actually coming closer to each other. It's safe to take space. My God, my man and I do that all the time for the last year. Sometimes it's months. And that's okay. It really doesn't matter how it looks on the outside. It's how you're feeling now. It's also said in Twin Flame Ascension School, the metric of success is, am I moving through the upset right now? And that's really it. You do one step at a time, and your twin flame feels that he is healing with you. He is relaxing into his feelings. He is definitely connecting with his spirituality, with your union. union in your heart as you do. And that's beautiful. This is a really hopeful reading, you know. I'm really getting a lot of deep contemplation here and deeply getting to know himself, getting to know you. And this is crucial. And a very beautiful friendship will arise here, is arising, is on its way, is growing, is deepening. And from that, as I said, there's going to be so much beautiful romance in store for you. And you don't have to wait for that. You can live that right now within your heart. I invite you to definitely check out our website if you desire to learn more about how you can heal that, how you can fasten your track into harmony with your twin flame, into being together as partners for eternity, as romantic partners for eternity. You can heal that. There are many people who succeeded in that. There are many people, twin flames, in harmonious union, married to each other. You can even witness their wedding online, and you are capable of handling everything that is coming up. You are capable and worthy of your twin flame union. You can do that. I know so many people do that every day in our community because of the teachings of union. You don't have to do that alone. So check out our website. We have a lot of free resources, and definitely like this video if that helped you, if you liked it, and also subscribe to our channel to not miss any other juicy information. So yeah, also let me know in the comments what resonated with you, what you are working through at the moment, and would love to hear from you. So yeah, Divine Feminines, keep on going. It's a really beautiful, peaceful and stable foundation that is growing at the moment and deepening at the moment, and that is crucial. And when the tree has its roots as you ground and have that foundation for yourself, the tree will blossom, your union will blossom, and it's totally safe. So nothing can make you ever experience separation again, the illusion of separation. So this is you coming together on a deeper level. So yeah, thank you for watching and listening, and hope to see you and hear you in the next video.